Hey everybody, how you doing? It's me again, Truth Teacher, with another video, and this time, this is going to be a response to the reply that Sophia, aka Childlike TV Language, made about me in response to Bahari Moon's statement about me. So I'm not gonna make this long and drawn out. I'm just gonna let this go to the actual footage, and after it's finished playing, I'll come back with whatever else I have to say.
True teacher. A comment that Barani Moon made on her video. It's about true teacher giving a pass to dark skinned people with colorism. I believe it was something along those lines. I have to say, first of all, true teacher is a very intelligent person. I also have to say that true teacher is a historian and knows a lot of his stuff. But at the same time, I do perceive that in his words. I can hear that in his words. Like the other day, I watched one of his videos and I told him, look, I disagree with certain things that you said, um, but I don't want to give you my whole picture. But he insisted. He's an open minded person, so he actually asked me for feedback. I told him, hey, I don't want to engage in an ongoing discussion because it's just not going to happen. And he was like, oh, I just want to hear your opinion. I appreciate your opinion. I appreciate your feedback. And I want to learn from it. So basically, what I told him was that I felt like he was biased. And I don't hold it against him. And I don't hold this against anybody. I mean, I think at the end of the day, we're all biased, whether we want it or not. One are more than others, but we are all biased to an extent. And so he was just talking about how Africans were not thinking about race. They were not thinking about racism when they sold each other, when they sold different tribes, sold other Africans, which is a very, very important point, and I agree with it. But the thing is that other groups of people did the same thing. But the difference is that they get shame about it. And if we mention this to Africans, then they don't really acknowledge it. They want to say, well, we were not thinking about race, we were not thinking about, racism, we were thinking about power. Well, that's what any other civilization did. Thinking about power, thinking about who was gonna win and stuff. So yeah, I do believe that true teacher can be biased, as most of us are.
Okay, so that was the video, and you all heard what Sophia had to say, and the only thing that I can say to you, Sophia, is I am a little bit puzzled because I thought that we had agreed that we weren't going to talk about this. Um, you know, you had made this video asking the question about, whether or not the Bible condones slavery. And, I thought that, you make a video asking a question and then you ask for people to share their opinions in the comment section below. So I was a little bit taken aback when you started getting really defensive because I was having, what I thought was dialogue, which I thought was what you wanted because you asked for it. I wasn't debating you, I wasn't attacking you, I wasn't doing anything. I was having an objective conversation about the actual text. Um, and I had planned to make a video, explaining my point of view. But it just struck me that you were taking this really personally, and so I had to reevaluate and look at the fact that, well, we have different opinions because you are a Christian and I'm not. So I don't look at the Bible as being the Word of God. I look at it as a piece of literature that was divinely inspired, but I don't think it's a perfect work, and I don't think it's quote unquote the Word of God. And hey, I'm not a Christian. What do you expect? But at the end of the day, I decided not to do it because when all is said and done, your feelings meant more to me than getting views on a YouTube video. And so I called you up and I discussed it with you. I said, listen, I wanted to do this video, but I get the feeling from you that, you're feeling some kind of way about it. And honest to God, your feelings mean more to me as a person than making a video. And that's the honest to God truth. I don't want to hurt you. Why would I want to do that? You know, what do I have to gain from that? You know, but you said, oh no, if you want to do that, it's your right to say whatever you feel. But something, I still decided not to do it because, like I said, with all sincerity in my heart, I value your feelings as a human being way more than putting up a video. And so, I was a little taken aback when I shared that video with you, about slavery. And I asked you for your feedback. I mean, hell, I'm always commenting on your videos. I'm always, getting discussions going and stuff. So why couldn't there be some reciprocity? But you were really, really defensive. And, it just confirmed to me that I was right not to make that other video because you're still feeling some kind of way, obviously. And you're like, look, I don't want to go into any big back and forth with you. And, it's like I'm telling you, like, I'm not looking for a debate. I'm not looking for an argument. I'm not trying to drag you into something. I just wanted your honest feedback and some dialogue. And okay, if you don't want a back and forth, well, okay, fine, you don't have to make a comment on the video, but if you could share your point of view with me, just off of YouTube, I'd appreciate it. And still, you were so worked up about it, and I had to be like, no, that's not what I'm trying to do. I'm not trying to drag you into something or make an argument. I honestly wanted some feedback. And but I said, you know what? Forget about it. If this is the way you feel, don't worry about it. It's okay. And I was surprised when you did decide to give me, share with me your opinion. And even though I didn't agree with it, I kept my word that I wouldn't drag you, I wouldn't have any discussion about it. I was sincere when I said that. And I thought that was the agreement that we had. So, can you imagine my surprise when you put out a video doing exactly what you said you didn't want to do? You know, like contradicting what we had agreed would not happen. Um, I'm a little mystified. Like I said, I don't agree with your opinion, but, I kept that to myself and I said, which I shared with you. I didn't even tell you that I didn't agree with your opinion. All I said was, something, my takeaway from this, thank you for sharing. And my takeaway from this is that in the future, I need to be a little bit more thorough in my explanation so that my true intent is, my true intent comes across. And I left it at that. But here you are making this video, and yeah, I can hear in Truth Teacher's words that he's biased, and even though he's talking about the Africans did this and other people did that, well, those people, yeah, they did the same thing, but they apologized, and the Africans haven't. Well, look, something, I'm still gonna honor what I said. I'm not gonna get into a big this and that about it, but I'm just gonna let. I brought my receipts, and I'm just gonna let the receipts speak for themselves, and I'm just gonna leave it at that. And I just know that unfortunately, no matter what I do, no matter what I say, no matter how sincere I am with you, you're still going to see me in a certain light. You still will never trust me. You still will have in the back of your mind, this idea of who you think I am and what you think I'm about, and that I've got some kind of hidden agenda that I'm trying to sneak in, under the door. And if anything, that's what hurts the most. That's what I find really disappointing. And that's the burden that I carry in my life always, because it just seems that no matter what I do, no matter what I say, there's just a certain demographic of people that they'll always see me as being some kind of crypto black supremacist who has a hidden agenda, who has, he's intelligent, he's nice, but, he has this facade, but really in the background, there's this other thing running, and, he really can't be trusted. So, well, it is what it is. I can't do anything about it, and I can't convince you otherwise. And something, I'm letting go. I really don't have to do this. So I wish you well, and I hope this is a good year for you. I hope you make a lot of breakthroughs in the different areas in your life that you want to have, and I hope you find the peace and the happiness that you are looking for. And with that, I will say goodbye.